Look, we do this right. Clean. Like a cop in the 20th century, not like some samurai warrior. We're gonna nail this guy. And when we get done, we're gonna go eat fish off those naked chicks. Hello folks, and welcome to the first installment of my action movie themed reviews. Today's subject is the 1991 cult classic Showdown in Little Tokyo, starring Dolph Lundgren and the late great Brandon Lee, son of legendary martial artist Bruce Lee. Let's dig in. Dolph Lundgren is Chris Kenner, an LA cop on the trail of a drug trafficking operation run by the Yakuza in Little Tokyo. He is joined by his new partner, Johnny Murata, played by Brandon Lee, to help him out with the investigation. However, what begins as a routine investigation turns personal and extremely violent when Chris Kenner discovers the identity of the Yakuza boss. Showdown in Little Tokyo is a fun little action film from the early 90s. Both Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee are perfectly cast as they have plenty of on-screen chemistry, and of course their physical abilities are impressive during the action scenes. The film has a 50-50 balance of humour and seriousness, and that makes it all the more entertaining. Why? Because while you are treated to a rather serious story, there is some light-hearted stuff to keep you from feeling depressed considering the film's subject matter. The villain of the film, Yoshida, played by Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, is both intimidating and wretched. Tagawa always plays a great bad guy, and most people will probably remember him from the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie as Shang Tsung. And here he plays his part in a similar fashion, but a lot more hardcore. Showdown Little Tokyo is R-rated after all. The action scenes are decently shot, but there are some minor moments where the editing feels a little clunky, but more specifically, the sound is the biggest issue for me in the film. For some reason, the gun sounds in particular sound very muffled, discombobulated, or just plain out of place. There's also a girl in the film played by the gorgeous Tia Carrere who becomes a target for the villain. While I think Tia is a beautiful and reasonably good actress, she isn't really given much to do in the film or is given any kind of character development. She plays a somewhat naive nightclub singer and she's simply there just to be rescued. Not a very strong character, I know, but that's how the movie goes. The musical score to the film is typical late 80s, early 90s synth mixed with a little bit of rock. I have mixed feelings about this score personally. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it sounds pretty goofy. The scene where Dolph Lundgren goes through the Yakuza's home to rescue Tia Carrere is probably the most successful use of the score. It's actually really cool. But overall, I highly recommend Showdown in Little Tokyo. It's a fun, fast-paced action martial arts film with a sense of humour. Another thing I noticed, it's very short, running at only 80 minutes. I heard that the movie was cut down due to the violence, but I think the film was left mostly intact. It didn't do well at the box office as it was sadly given a limited release and critics didn't like the film. However, on home video and Laserdisc it was a huge success and it has now become a cult classic. I saw this film when I was in my final year of high school studies. My local library had a copy of it and I thought, why not give it a watch? And after that I was like, I need to buy this movie, which is what I did. Showdown is a movie that I really enjoy and will continue to enjoy for many years to come. My only wish would be to see a special edition Blu-ray or DVD of the film someday with extras and remastered picture and sound. Also, they should go in and fix those gun sounds because they really sound weak. But overall, I give Showdown Little Tokyo 4 out of 5. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more.